Up next, the Rockets taking on... Hi everyone, welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is and for both these teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink and they're gone.
And tonight marks the start of the NBA Cup for MP. I know a major goal for him is winning this competition, making a statement to the rest of the NBA.
Well, when you look at the Cup, you almost have to win this first game to advance out of the group stage. So MP has made it a point to get his teammates ready, imploring them to treat this like a playoff game. I'm excited to see how they come out.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with the men Thompson. And it's Shepherd in at the 1. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, MP certainly has his heart set on winning this NBA Cup. I asked him why it was so important to him, and he said, it'll show just how strong this team is, that we're competitors, that we're must-watch basketball this season. MP certainly sounds committed to this tournament. Guys,
we all love the NBA.
And with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A. We get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind, point differential could be key in advancing.
Well, guys, you can't look at this team and not get into the topic of MP. He's been a very vocal and driving force for his squad, and he's made it known that he's got his sights set on winning the NBA Cup this season.
And you gotta love how that just ramps up his teammates, the coaching staff, and even us at the broadcast table. But seriously, I'm gonna be looking at how tough each of these group stage games are for MP. He and his guys aren't the only team with their sights set on the NBA Cup this season.
So the Rockets 5 now. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperen Sengun out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Shepherd in at the point. Here's Easy Breezy. 17 points in his last outing. Green against Gobert. And that one's good. Green.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Easy breezy shot is good. Man, how about the start to MP's career, Grant? Winning Finals MVP last year.
Yeah, well, the last time we saw him, MP was lifting the Larry O'Brien and Bill Russell trophies. MP finished that first year in style. And let's see what he's got for an encore.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Pass to Dillingham. Over to the left wing. Here's Easy Breezy. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Thompson outside. He takes it in. Here's Sengun. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Gobert. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Here's Easy Breezy. Offline with a 3. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Shepherd. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
Randall on the screen. Here's Easy Breezy. Sends it home from three-point land. Easy Breezy's got 11 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Brooks outside. Thompson outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Thompson against Randall. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Houston. Brooks outside. Pass to Thompson. Brooks outside. Şengün with it. Defended by Gobert. Şengün passes to Brooks. Easy breezy with a rebound. And MP was first team all-rookie last year, Grant. What a start to his career.
Yeah, I was on that 1995 all-rookie team, and let me tell you, it's great to be on it. But with that honor comes a bit of pressure. Now, MP, he must continue to improve, and I think he will. Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So both teams making some changes here. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside, DiVincenzo puts up a deep 3. Brooks with the rebound. Houston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Smith with a screen on DiVincenzo. And it's Whitmore missing.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's De Silva. Pass to Easy Breezy. From deep. Brooks with the rebound.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Eason comes in for Brooks.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
The Timberwolves lead by 5. Boucher on the screen. For 3, DiVincenzo. No good that time.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Green. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Green's got 7 points in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Easy Breezy. 11 points in the game. Boucher a screen on Green. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerve to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
We've got Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Easy Breezy in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. With the announcement of Rookie of the Year, MP now has higher expectations than ever on his potential.
Yeah, that's one award that says as much about what you might do as what you have done. It's an honor, but believe me, it comes with a lot of people expecting a lot out of you.
And it's Whitmore missing. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Here's Easy Breezy. Give him 20, and there's a pick. Fires the three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Here's Alvarez. Smith outside. 3 on the clock. Eason. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Eason's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Easy breezy, the pass to Reed. To the inside. Picked his pocket. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And attacking with reckless abandon, somehow Thompson able to get through.
And the Rockets making a change here. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's Shepard. DiVincenzo with the steal. Pass to Easy Breezy. Beyond the arc. Minnesota again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Good work defensively by Randall.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Out to DiVincenzo. Here's Easy Breezy. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Easy Breezy's got 12 now in this quarter. And some major off-the-floor news for MP. He's switching it up, going in a new direction with a shoe deal.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Jordan did to lure MP out of his old deal, but they must have said something he liked. Rare to see a player of MP's stature change brands, but Jordan said they needed him on their roster.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Easy Breezy in their last game against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him to. He scored 17 points and he knocked down some trays last game. A great sign for his team. He was a big reason they were able to snap that losing streak, using it as motivation, guys.
That's good stuff, Allie. He really made his presence felt in that one, doing some heavy lifting.
And I think he'll try and repeat that performance tonight.
Yeah, watching the film of that game, they ran some nice sets for him. I'd expect more of the same tonight.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Rockets trail by 15. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And that one's good. Thompson.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
Here's Easy Breezy. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Defeated by Utah in their last game. He'll try to put that one behind him.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for DiVincenzo. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Whitmore. Pass to Easy Breezy. The three. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Green. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I love it. Slashing his way inside. Green forcing the issue.
And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Boucher's checked in for Minnesota. No good on the 2nd free throw. Minnesota leading by 15. Easy Breezy, the pass to Boucher. And denied. wide. He sends it right off the glass. Outside, Green. Back to Smith. 4-3. Green, money from deep.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Easy Breezy. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Shepherd. Green for 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. The Timberwolves shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Rockets trail by 12. Smith passes to Green. 59 seconds left in the first half of this game. They shoot again. Finding some room inside. Green.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 32 points. McDaniels from long range. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Smith outside. Outside Eason from downtown. Hits the trifecta. Eason's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Randall a screen on Green. Here's Easy Breezy. And he converts the layup. Easy Breezy's got 34 points.
A steady start has turned into a spectacular second quarter for him.
Outside, Green. Green going at the D, and it's hammered home by Green.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Fires away from way outside. And so it's Minnesota earning this break in the action, up 10. The flow of the game has favored them in general, but hey, the tide can shift. We'll be right back.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. So the Houston 5 right now. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Klay Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Shepherd in at the 1 spot.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Green for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside McDaniels. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Shepherd. Back to Brooks. Now Şengün. Pass to Thompson. 3-pointer off the mark. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know.
Wow!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Here's Easy Breezy. Good! Another from three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. The three from Thompson. Oh, he drains it. His sixth make in 9 tries so far.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's Easy Breezy. 37 points for him. Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Here's Shepard. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. Now here's Green, guarded closely. To the paint. Second chance effort. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 14. Pass to Easy Breezy. Fires for 3. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. And the layup is good off the glass. Thompson's got 16 points.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything.
Bench has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. And here's Whitmore. Pass to Thompson. The 3 ball. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. They've got Dillingham, Jaden McDaniels out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Easy Breezy in a 2-guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Dillingham. Clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Minnesota.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And following that, the number of second chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
Fires from deep. Fires in the triple. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
McDaniels can't hit. Rockets trail by 10. Whitmore with it. And here's Shepard for three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Houston.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
Pass to Whitmore. Another one falls for Houston.
A nice rhythm to his game here late. He's hit 3 out of 4 this quarter, looking to put him over the top.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. Smith with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
A quick shot there. It's off target.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And again for three.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Now it's a 4-way tie.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
To the right side. Here's Easy Breezy. Randall on the screen. Here's Easy Breezy. Good! Another from three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
Reed's checked in for Gobert. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. And coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Easy Breezy. That three's off the mark. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 9-point game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Thompson. Brooks a screen on Randall. Here's Thompson. Houston with another miss. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Easy Breezy from deep three-point range. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Driving in. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Pass to Dillingham. Reed sets a screen. Here's the three. And Dillingham gets the three. Dillingham's got 11 points here in the second half.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And it's Green missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this. And again for three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
A huge night for MP. Now let's go to center court for his reaction.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting a record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made this shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
A celebratory MP. Glad to have done this here at home.
And no better place for it to happen. These fans deserve to be a part of it.
Rockets trail by 12. From 7, good. He hits the jumper. Green's got 19 points.
I mean, the speed, the agility, it can be so hard to keep pace with Green.
And stolen by Green. Brooks outside. Pass to Green. It's deflected. Here's easy breezy. Off target from three-point range. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Thompson. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's easy breezy. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Thompson. Brooks outside. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Timberwolves.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Easy Breezy.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Here's Thompson. Reed with the rebound. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Minnesota again missing.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's easy breezy. He got it again! Sensational!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Here's Green. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Here's easy breezy. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3. And so it's Minnesota with the W. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Raina, I was in the zone the whole game. Larry Bird ain't got nothing on me.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
It doesn't matter how they respond. This is not a conversation. This is a takeover.
Alrighty then. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we about to go celebrate. You coming with us, right?
Let's say no to that.
All right, let's go.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
Look, if I let myself think for a moment that somehow I'm apart from the other guys, meaning my teammates or the opponents, they straighten me out real quick.
I bet.
Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.